with you different words, sentences, phrases that can help you convert much more leads into prospects. My name is Joe Olivier. I'm a personal trainer, nutritionist, business owner, and I love helping fitness professionals to overcome the struggles, especially since this new normal. Some people call me the fitness business strategy guy. However, today I would like to talk about more words that sell, emotional words that sell. What are the emotional words that really help selling? Is it a thing? I'd like to talk about that today. You see, emotions is the biggest part of the sale. People buy from emotions. We buy something and then we try to justify it with logic. That's the fact. We bought a car and like, what would I tell my girlfriend or my boyfriend why I bought the car? Or how should I justify this? Because I could go to work, save more time. And you're trying to justify it with logic. But emotionally, you love the way it feels when you sit inside it, the smell of the new car, etc. You get the drift. We buy from emotions, period. And what I observe, and as by just, I should say, stumbling on it, I realized that if I didn't connect with my prospect, no sales. I needed to connect with them on a personal level. So words was the thing. Is I saying something and either they tell me a yes or a no, and it's dependent on the words I say at that time. And I stumble on something. A light bulb went off and I realized sales is just a transfer of emotions from me to you. So I realized words really do sell. And in 2020 and before even 2020, but especially in 2020, last year, what I observed is I already was making sales online and stuff like that, but many of the heavy sales was in person. But last year, it was vital that you have a platform, a place to make sure your words sell because they're no more in person. So the text on your ad, your opt-in, let's say, your sales page had to be so on point so it should be able to convert the prospects into paying clients, period. So last year I started to realize that and I stumbled on some of them and I would like to share some of them with you. There's so much. I have been analyzing them. I have been trying many different ones. I've been split testing. Whew. However, I would like to show you two different categories of words that sell. First is failure and shame. Most of us who are in dire pain feels that they're no good, they fail, they're ashamed the way they feel or look. It's just the reality of what it is. And then hope, by giving the people hope and making them imagine themselves or make them feel that they have what it takes to succeed, achieve, overcome, you're all in. And they just take that next step. The next step is you are the guide to take them to that place through the journey to the results. Yeah. And these are some words that I use a lot last year. Let me see if I could show you. Okay. These are examples. I just wrote this down quickly now before I came on. So using words that help convert leads to clients, especially when talking about shame and failure, is inferior, loser, rejection, shame, outcast. And you may ask yourself, how could I use these words? Just put yourself in the shoes of, or in the mind of someone who is 60 pounds overweight. The husband leave them because of the overweight. The friends kind of look down to them. They, how do they feel? How do they feel? They might feel that they're a loser. They may feel rejected. They may feel inferior. And you just put it in the text. You understand it? So you make it, you're talking in such a way that they want to know how you got in my head. How do you know this is how I feel? So I do understand how you feel. Many people you might think right now that you're a loser. You might feel inferior because of blah, blah, blah. You might even be rejected by loved ones. And I do understand where you're coming from. You see how we can use those words? Yeah, it's golden. It's really golden. Let's say hope. Hope is like believes, aspire, engage, dream, faith. These are words that they could use. And it all depends on your market and who you're targeting. Whew, these words are golden. And you have to just think about how you give them hope. What are they thinking about in their mind? What is the trigger that made them push them to believe? And I observed that. And these are just some of the words. I think I may have to have a part two because there's so much to talk about emotional connection. We need to connect emotionally, or there's no sales, especially now with the internet, where everything is being done like 100% online, or some might be over the phone as well. But if you don't understand the words that sell, there's no sales. So I hope this was informative to some degree. Understanding that you need to connect with your client, your prospects emotionally. You have to understand that if you don't understand the dire pain just yet, and you can connect with them culturally or psychographically, you're in as well. Let's say, for example, you're dealing with a client from let's say, let me just give a name, Bangladesh. Let's say Bangladesh, for example. The client is from Bangladesh, and you know you could connect with them because you love Indian food. And they say, man, I love Indian food. But you know what I really realize? In all Indian restaurant, they're Bangladesh chef. So Indian food is really Bangladeshi food. So I love Bangladesh food. And they're like, how you know that? And you connect on them on a personal level and you can laugh. You can feel connected. And just by breaking that barrier, that shield, they'll drop that guard and they will want to know more about you. However, that style may not work unless you're on the phone. Those styles of connection might be possible unless you connect with them through Zoom or something like that. But if you're using text on your ad, your opt-in page, your sales pages, you need to be very alert about words that sell, words that can help the conversion. So I hope this information was informative. I could rant whole day about sales, especially words that sell. If it was informative for you and you believe it could help somebody else, an ex-personal trainer, a nutritionist, a wellness coach, please share the information. I'll appreciate it a lot. Until next time, peace